I've got a question for you, Matt.
Yeah.
It has to do with scaling.
Okay.
If we're doing well, we're doing presentations, old school face-to-face guy here.
Mm-hmm.
How do we scale? How do we get more accomplished in the same 8 or 10 hour day that we're used to?
Great question. Give me a specific example so I can understand it, because there was a word that you said in there that had me thinking about something. You said old school face-to-face. Do you mean, how do I get more accomplished if I'm having these old school face-to-face meetings? Or can you walk me kind of through just a quick 10-second of your day? How do I scale that day?
Sure. I've been face-to-face for 35 years now, and that's how I get things done, because I like a handshake, I like seeing people's eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm obviously moving towards technology, but haven't done it yet.
Yep.
There's only so many people I can drive to in a day. I'm wasting a lot of time driving, but I'm very, very successful. But I still want to double down and get more deals closed in a given day. And how do I scale? How do I use technology today? Because I feel, and I'm probably wrong, I feel the folks I talk to appreciate it, that I come and see them, rather than calling them on the phone or texting them or doing a video chat with them. But I know that that could be slowing me down.
It's definitely slowing you down. It's without a doubt. I'm not saying it's useful or not useful, but time is the most valuable thing we have, much more valuable than money, because Elon Musk and I can go head to head with our checkbooks. He's gonna beat me. But Elon Musk and I are gonna go head to head every single day in the hours, minutes, and seconds that we have. We got a level playing field here. So you've got to be cognizant of the fact that that is your most precious resource. Now, when you talk about going face to face, can you give me a specific example of, give me your last 2 face-to-face meetings. What did you do? What was the purpose of that meeting, and what happened? In 30 seconds. The last 2 meetings, what were they? What did you do? Were they on the calendar? Were they pop-ins? What was said at those meetings?
One was a calendar appointment that I made and presented to them.
Okay.
And the other was a pop-in to a existing customer.
Okay. And what?
And they both bought.
Terrific. Do you think that they both bought because you popped in, or do you think they both bought because you were skillful in your sales process? Because those are 2 different things.
Well, obviously the existing customer probably would have bought no matter how I sent them the message. And the initial one, in what I do, which is very different than what you guys, most of the guys on this video or on this call are doing, it's probably the power of who I'm working with, and probably has nothing to do with me.
Okay, so give me an example on the ones that bought that existing customer. What did they buy?
They bought an ad on a 3-year program for $5,000.
How did they find out about that ad on the 3-year program?
I stopped by and told them about it.
Great. Roth, by the way, I won't say his network, but he's salivating. He sells ads on 3-year networks all the time. Roth's like, man, yeah, that's talking my language. Could you have just done this? Hey, Matt, it's Dave. I've got an idea I wanted to get your opinion on. Can you call or text me on my mobile? Right? They either call or text you on your mobile. Hey, so we've got, I was thinking about you guys today, and I know based on my understanding of, your projections and where you want to go over the next 12 months for 2023, I'm not sure if it's for you, but I've got a terrific ad on a 3-year program that we can lock in for you right now. I'm happy to send over the agreement. Does it make sense for us to get that in place? And you just said they would have probably done it anyways, okay? Yes, it makes sense. Congratulations, awesome. I'm going to send that to you right now. That whole thing took you 47 seconds. No gas, no running the risk of dying in a car accident, no anxiety from traffic, no trying to park your car. Now let's flip it on the other side, their office. They love you, Dave, but no interruption, keeping their flow going, right? Now listen to how this goes when I say, does it make sense? Does it make sense for me to send over the agreement? Not right now. What's a good next step then? is there any way you can swing by? I know Mike hasn't seen you in a while, Dave. We'd like to kind of go over this with you on personally, because it's a 3-year agreement, which you could then continue to push, but I would have no problems with you going, absolutely, I can come by today. Does 2 o'clock work? No, 2 doesn't work. What time works great for you guys? Mike frees up at 3, so if there's any way you can come by at 3. You know, I've got some stuff going on, but I'm gonna move it around for you guys. I will be there at 3. If for any reason Mike is running late or is off schedule, would you mind giving me a call or a text? Because I'm back to back to back today. That way I'm not killing myself trying to get there right at 3. Yeah, sure. Awesome. And if for some reason something comes up on my end, I'll do the same courtesy for you. The reason why you want to say that, what did I just do to my credibility level? When I'm like, listen, no big deal. If Mike is running late, which is perfectly okay, I plan on walking through that door at 3. Can you let me know so I'm not trying to kill myself trying to get there? All of a sudden, I'm now a doctor, a brain surgeon, right? And they're gonna be, when I walk through at 3, Mike is gonna stop what Mike's doing. Dave, great to see you. Matt, great to see you. Awesome. Yeah, so run me through this again, and that meeting is gonna take place in half the time. But I would try and get as much business done over the phone as possible, not over email. Big difference, okay? And that's where people get things twisted. There's a difference between being skillful and effective and being downright lazy. And trying to do business through email is being lazy, and it's gonna get you in a whole bunch of trouble, because it takes them about 7 times more length in actual time to read your email than if you had just communicated with them, and they can't hear the nuances and inflection in your voice. You can't have the conversation twist and turn. Phone is where it's at, okay? Do not be having lengthy sales presentations and conversations over email. All right, but let's try just closing these things over the phone. Saves you a bunch of time, saves them a bunch of time. And then you know what? If you're in the area and you wanted to drop off some coffee for Mike, be my guest. But I will tell you this, as you get more effective with this training, with this sales process at Easton University, you're gonna start to see there's some pretty big financial trade-offs between you sitting in the car and driving around and making 10 extra prospecting calls. I would rather have you make a lot of money, and then you can do great things with that money. If you want to buy Mike's kids a ticket to the ball game with all the extra money you made, great. But I want you using that time as effectively as possible. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.